Hi, I'm Wayne Alaroot for Personal Liberty. The first Democratic presidential debate is in the books, and the winners are, drumroll please, number one. The winner on that stage was Bernie Sanders. Give him the award. Why? Because I understand sales. Sales is my life. I teach sales at events all over the world, and the key to sales is energy, enthusiasm, and authenticity. And what I saw on that CNN stage in Las Vegas was 4 boring stiffs and 1 man of energy. Bernie Sanders. I predict polls will show that Americans responded to his energy. Is he a socialist? Sure, but so are the others. Did you hear what they promised on that stage in Las Vegas? They all want to spend us into bankruptcy. The problem is we're already bankrupt. They all want to spend, and spend some more. They all want to give everything away to everyone for free. They all want to redistribute wealth. But at least Bernie is an authentic socialist. He's a true believer. He's not preaching free stuff to anyone to buy votes. Bernie really believes in this nonsense. He drinks the socialist Kool-Aid. Bernie sells his socialism with conviction. I'd have to check the pulses of the others to find out if they were even alive. Is Bernie a crackpot? Yes. Is he certifiably insane on many issues? Yes. But the guy with the most energy, enthusiasm, passion, and life wins every time. Bernie will be the only one on that stage in Las Vegas that walks away smelling like a rose. But the overall winner was, drumroll please, Joe Biden. He wins by default. Joe must have been watching with a big smile on his face. He could beat those 5 with his eyes closed and one hand tied behind his back. Hillary is a crook. She'll never be the nominee. Her scandals threaten to wipe out the entire Democratic Party at a moment's notice. You can't give her the nomination. Giving her the nomination is what you call a disaster waiting to happen. Bernie, on the other hand, is literally a commie by his own admission. He says Republicans should have to defend their support of capitalism. Bernie literally thinks capitalism is a sin. He can't possibly be the nominee. And that leaves the other 3 on the stage. And they're all pathetic, boring stiffs. Only Joe Biden can save the Democratic Party. You can bet he's getting his presidential announcement speech ready at this very moment. I wonder who he'll steal it from. The third and final winner was, drumroll please, gold, the precious metal. Did you listen to those Democrats? I took detailed notes. It was like a nuclear arms race to see who could spend more money and pile up more debt. These people are literally insane. Each one tried to top the others in how much stuff they can give away for free. Democrats are no longer content to save Social Security. They want to expand it. What? They're no longer content to save Medicare. They vow to expand it to everyone. They're not content to save Obamacare after Obama swore it would never go to illegal aliens. These clowns promised to expand it to illegal aliens. They want to give in-state tuition to illegal aliens. They want to make college free for everyone, or almost everyone. They want to make a $15 minimum wage the law. They're not content with the massive unaffordable regulations of Dodd-Frank. Hillary promised it was a good start and she would expand it. The nation has $18 trillion in debt, and this new crop of Obama wannabes promises to set new spending records that make Obama look like a tightwad. Democrats are in a nuclear debt race. If there's any winner that comes out of this debate, it's gold. My advice, if you want to save yourself, buy gold, and buy more gold. Throughout history, gold protects against reckless, irresponsible politicians and debt crisis. That is the only solution I can think of to protect us from these madmen and women of the Democratic Party. The policies they're promising can only lead to economic collapse, dollar collapse, and what promises to be the worst debt crisis in world history. If any of the Democrats on that stage are elected, we'll look back fondly on the Greece debt crisis as the good old days. Those are the 3 clear-cut winners of the first Democratic presidential debate: Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, and gold. The losers, the American people, capitalism, and sanity. And that sound you just heard? That was the Founding Fathers rolling over in their graves. Now to a few questions that should have been asked at that debate if the media really cared about truth and fairness, if they had a shred of honesty or integrity. Number 1, are you a progressive or a socialist? And please explain in detail the difference. I guarantee you they don't know because there is no difference. Do you agree there's a problem at the border with Mexico? And is it even possible that radical Muslim terrorists are walking right into America? Is it fair and affordable to give $3,000 earned income tax credits to illegal aliens, often crediting them for years before they even entered the country, while saddling honest, law-abiding taxpayers with higher tax rates to pay the bill? Should politicians be allowed to break the law? And if not, then do you support sanctuary cities? And should the mayors of those cities be prosecuted? Why won't Obama use the words Islam and terrorist in the same sentence? And will you? I can't wait to hear that answer. America is dying to hear their answer to that, but it was never asked. Obama spent 20 years with Jeremiah Wright as his pastor and spiritual advisor. Only days ago, Reverend Wright just told a crowd at a Black Lives Matter rally in Washington, D.C. that, and I quote, Jesus was a Palestinian and Israel taking the land of Palestinians was one of the great injustices of the 20th and 21st centuries. Do you agree or disagree? I'm dying to hear that one. When Obama sold Obamacare by saying if you like your insurance, you can keep it. If you like your doctor, you can keep it. Weren't those lies? And shouldn't a politician be held accountable for fraud? If not, please explain why a politician lying to sell their program is different than a private sector CEO lying to sell their product. What do you say to millions of small business owners and middle-class Americans whose health insurance rates have skyrocketed to the point of crippling and bankrupting them when they were promised by Obama that rates would go way down? Do you owe them an apology? Can't wait to hear their answer on that one. Or do you stand by the theory that prices have gone down because of Obamacare? Now that's the big lie. Are we winning or losing the war against ISIS? The American people can't wait for that answer. How about this one? Democrats claim the economy is in recovery under Obama. Does the fact that the Federal Reserve just refused to raise interest rates 1/4 of a point above zero for the 55th straight meeting indicate the economy is strong or very weak 7.5 years after Obama took office? If it's weak, then why are you using his same policies when you become president? Democrats claim jobs are robust under Obama. Does 94 million working-age Americans not working indicate the economy is recovering or in serious decline? Bush added $4 trillion in debt in his 8 years. Obama, the candidate, called that unpatriotic. And by the time Obama leaves office, he'll have added about $12 trillion, 3 times more, and that's more debt than all the other presidents in the history of America combined. Isn't that 3 times more unpatriotic? Or is debt different when added by Democrats versus Republicans? Can't wait for that answer. Hillary was Secretary of State while our Clinton Foundation accepted bribes in the billions. Donations from foreign governments, and then awarded contracts and awards to those same governments. Is that legal in your mind, or is that bribery? Could that be construed as selling her office? Could you understand someone seeing that as treason? Those are great questions. What would you say if a Republican accepted billions in donations from foreign governments while Secretary of State or while his or her spouse is Secretary of State? And finally, one bonus question just for Hillary. The media asked very intrusive questions about Donald Trump's private life. So we'd like to ask a specific question on the minds of millions of Americans about your marriage, Hillary. After hearing about all the women over the years who have had affairs with your husband, Bill, and the more recent news about his trips with a known sex offender to an island nicknamed Orgy Island, wouldn't you agree that someone suffering from battered wife syndrome should seek counseling rather than run for president of the United States? Now there's a good question. Those are questions that might have turned a snooze fest into an interesting and revealing debate. I'm Wayne Alaroot for Personal Liberty. See you next week. God bless America.